Hey there, welcome back to my channel. If you haven't liked and subscribed yet, you should now. If you're trying to become the very best version of yourself, this is the place to be. My name is Courtly Rodriguez, and here on this channel we discuss fashion, finance, and fitness, both of the mental and the physical variety. Alright? Today we're going to be finishing our series on the simple essay format. We had our introduction and the main body, and also but today we'll be doing the conclusions. If you hear any interruptions in the background, it's because I'm near an airport and I'm making a video, so if you hear planes, that's why. All right. So added to the fact that we're going to be discussing the conclusion and the structure of the conclusion using the seed method, we're also going to be discussing relationships. All right. So a little bit of here and there, a little bit here, a little bit there. All right. So this video should be short. I've noticed that over the past few weeks, my videos have been taking quite some time to be uploaded. So in order to have it available a bit sooner, I will try to make it short so the bandwidth is not used excessively when trying to upload. And there we go. So conclusion, the seed method. So your SEED in your conclusion should be, it should be starting with your, the S is not a summary. Your conclusion usually would be a summary of the points that you discussed so far and a restatement of your thesis statement, your topic, whatever. Not here. It's usually the case that they teach us this because it's a simple method, and I don't know. I actually don't know why. However, you and I, are the intellectuals of the highest level. All right. So you and I do not do that in our conclusion. In our conclusion, using the seed method, SEED, you state a solution or the current status. So if you're doing research and you're presenting in an essay, say again, you're presenting about birds, you're going to say birds are currently in every country, in every continent of the world. All right? On the globe, we have birds everywhere. But you can also add birds are wonderful creatures, whatever, facts, right? So when state the current status is facts. When you're stating, well, if you're in an argumentative essay, please do not be the individual who presents only the issues but no solutions to those issues. All right? It is necessary as an intellectual, as a writer, to present both sides of the argument, just one. Two, to present relevant information. And above all, to present a solution to the issue that you're addressing. You can also use your conclusion to critique a current solution that really isn't working. So let's say solution to racism. Excuse me, here's a plane. The reason I don't edit these videos just yet is because I'm currently working on other stuff, so I have to really squeeze videos in. Additionally, I try to make it as realistic as possible, having a discussion with you guys, it's because life isn't edited. Life isn't edited. All right. You make your mistakes and you accept them, which I do here. If I make a mistake, I say I apologize. If I know I can't control the environment completely, those are your planes, then and it usually passes about every 10 or 15 minutes, etc. So this short video shouldn't have too many interruptions. Anyhow, so offer your solution. Perhaps you're going to say maybe as a solution to racism. You're discussing racism, or you're discussing food shortages, starvation. You propose this a solution. You can even critique an old solution that was presented. Perhaps for racism, there was a solution: population control. Eradicate some races, or subversion. Make some races serve others, or something of the sort, and then you could critique that, or you can present one of your own. All right, try to make it as original as possible. If you can't have an original solution, critique an older one while presenting or restating something else versus that older one that you critique. All right. So E Your SE, your E, is to explain how it works. In your conclusion, you're going to explain how your solution works, the one that you presented, how it will work, the good points, make it successful. This will engage the reader and also have them think this will never work. If they do, their thought process is activated. It's not just you're feeding them information, you're also engaging them in a process of self-discovery, because that's what education should be. Having a discussion earlier today, and that came up. Education should be a process of self-discovery. So if you learn something that can be added to your life, and you choose not to implement that, then perhaps you have wasted a bit of information, a bit of education, and that time, it's non-renewable. Um, so explain how it works. And your SE, the second E, is to engage the reader. You engage the reader with a question or a statement. You know, let's say discussing the extinction of the dodo. Mm. And your solution is to genetically modify current birds to create a new dodo bird. Yeah. Um, your statement could be, perhaps this is not the very best way to replace the dodo. Maybe extinction is a necessary step in the evolutionary process, and that would be a statement. You can ask a question, a rhetorical question, of course. Would this even work? You know, would this be a beginning for genetic manipulation on a larger scale? Good questions to ask. Have the reader think. Have the reader think. All right. D is to deliver a final point. In your conclusion, SEED is the D is to deliver a final point in your seed method. All right. Excuse me here. Again, life isn't edited. Hot day again. It's kind of hot again. So you deliver a final point. Remember, you discussed your points before. But just put a final point very quietly, and right there in the conclusion, just to have the reader think. You can of course choose to omit this final point and just use the SEED, the D, to draw a conclusion to your entire essay. But I like to always, pick the brain of the reader a bit. All right. Um, on relationships. So that's the conclusion of the series for the simple essay format. All right. On relationships, I've come across a wonderful book. I will place the link for the summary of the book in the description. It's called The Five Love Languages. I came across it a while ago. Read it. It is one of the very best ways to learn yourself and how you interact with people, and how they accept love and appreciation or affection, and how they show it as well. Because sometimes we are in a disparity, where we don't understand what we feel, how we feel it, and so on and so forth. Um, Also, I will, for the guys, for gents, I I came across an issue where someone spoke to me about, you know specific issue, but it was basically surrounding the topic of being a simp, SIMP. I will also have a video linked down below in where one of the channels, the guys from channels I follow, he was addressing that specific issue. Wonderful advice. I do recommend. Um, when it comes to mindset, however, sometimes the way people think, we're different, and sometimes you don't appreciate, you know, the person for their thought process. But I will say this: if someone tells you something repeatedly, perhaps they tell you it was not their fault, it was somebody else's fault, etc. It, you know, listen. If they tell you something repeatedly, listen. Some people they say, I'm not ready for a serious relationship right now. And then the person they're saying it to tries to make them change their mind. Just bad idea, Just bad idea. Just focus on yourself as much as possible. Develop yourself, and come watch more videos. So, of course, if you found this helpful, and with regard to the thought process, I have a wonderful book called The Secret by Rhonda Byrne. Byrne, probably. If I butchered her name, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. But wonderful book. You can check it out. It's about how you're sabotaging your life with your thought process. Your thought process is very, very important. Um, it hinges on discussing the law of attraction, but it is so much more. It is so much more. So, Five Love Languages by Gary Chapman and The Secret by Rhonda Byrne. I would have, if you would like the PDF version, the electronic version of these books, you can message me. I'm Courtly Rodriguez on Twitter, Instagram, on WhatsApp, on Facebook, on LinkedIn as well, and of course here on YouTube. Leave a like, leave a comment, and share this information with anyone that you think might need it. All right. Enjoy Sunday, and I will see you next week, where we will begin to do some discussions on fashion and some more discussions on relationships and 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 wealth, financial wealth, etc. So I started with mental fitness, and we will continue with other topics next week. I would also like to do an introductory video where you learn more about me. I've been constantly asked where I get money from. Currently, I'm a writer, so I write from home, write for universities, university students, teachers, lecturers. I do projects, etc. That's why I get money. Because of the outbreak, I'm the owner of the joint owner actually, with my mother. We have a catering business. So because of the coronavirus, catering is it's not as active right now. So I'm usually asked that, and I'm also asked often, what books do I read to develop myself? I have a list, so if you'd like the list as well, you can reach out to me. All right. So again, goodbye, and enjoy your week. Always use time wisely.